Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a Sturmpanzer I Bison. It's a tier 3 German SPG. It's got a 15cm gun, which is basically a howitzer on a carriage mounted on top of a Panzer IB. And well, it's located on the south spawn of Abbey under the command of General Krex. Battle started. Let's have a nice big mini map so we can see where all our targets are. Well, it's got a fairly short range, this Arty, which means that it has to get fairly close to the action if it's going to get any shots on target. But it's one of the few Artys at this tier, in fact it's the only Arty at this tier, which actually has stun. It's only a limited amount of stun, but there is some stun. Now he's actually aiming very, very close to the enemy there, so I'm going to take a control of the camera so you can see exactly what's going on, because if you aim too close to the enemy you don't get to see all that's going on. Yes, this is what he's seeing at this moment. That's what he should be seeing. In fact, actually he's now looking, well, towards the enemy area of the map, but he's got a grey line on the range, so that means he can't fire beyond the extent of the green line. He's looking over on the west side of the map over here, and I've taken control of the camera again because he's a bit too close to the action, you might say, and he's looking around for a target, and there's plenty of them about. In fact, there's a lot of enemy tanks headed this way, but he needs to be looking like that. That's the way you could aim at the enemy and get a good shot on them. You need to look a little further away so you can see the picture, situational awareness and all that. Well, he's decided to move over to the other side of the map because, well, the enemy force that's actually coming in this way, I'm afraid there's doesn't appear to be anything stopping them, and our FTBS is also too close to the action and he might be killed. He's got a very short range, that tier 2 French SPG. He's up near the little house where the TDs normally go, and I think he's about to get killed. Yep, he has been killed. Well, General Krex has actually decided to go much further away than I would have normally have done. He's now sitting in the bushes, and I think he's going to try and fire over this rock at the enemies that are invading the crack cap area. Well, it looks like the enemy is trying to clear all of the members of our team who are still alive, and I think General Krex is going to have a problem trying to shoot over that rock. It's just a little too close, and he's now actually intending to shotgun the enemy when they get close. Well, I just shotgunned a Locust at close range, but he did take a hit from that Locust for 41 hit points, and the enemy Arty, which is a T-18 and a Sturmpanzer Mark 16, now know where he is, as well do the other enemy in our cap area. Okay, he can get shots on that T-29. He's extended his aim and now he's looking for the target. Okay, he's found the T-29 now. Let it dial in. A few more seconds. Wait for it to be fully contracted and rounds out. Oh, and the target's pulled away from that position. Now, that would be the best view there, to actually follow the target, have the bigger picture. He's trying to follow it. He's almost ready to go. He's loaded. Rounds out. He wipes it out this time. Okay, now who's next? Well, there's a Panzer II nearby, and he's loading. He's got an 18-second reload, and the Panzer II's found him. In fact, is he going to try and shoot? Yep, he gets a kill. So that's his third kill of the game so far. Unfortunately, well, I'd say unfortunately, fortunately actually, they have actually managed to kill most of the enemies. And now they're 2 tanks up, or they were 2 tanks up, now they're only 1 tank up. And all the other enemy tanks, well, they're up in the north, except for the M2 Light, who's over on the west side of the map. If he's going to get shots on those guys in the north, he's going to have to move north. But it looks like he's going to try and defend the cap for the moment. He's lost his driver as well, which is one of the reasons why he's a bit slow, a bit sluggish. He does have a first aid kit, so he could put the driver back in. Okay, he's done that now. Good. It sometimes helps, and it's a little useful tip actually. If you put the first aid kit on your 4 button, then when you get a driver suddenly goes down because he's injured, you just press 4-4 quickly and it brings the driver back in. Likewise, you put the repair kit on the 5 button, and if your tracks go down, that will come up as number 5, and then you just press 5-5 and you've got your tracks back up again. It's just a quick tip. That T60 is, well, he's very low on hit points, only 13, and he dies before General Cracks can get his shot in. But there's a T26 just around that corner and a T18 further north. Still haven't seen that M2 light on the enemy team. And I have a sneaking suspicion the M2 light may have flipped himself. He may have turned upside down or be on his side. He wouldn't be upside down, he'd definitely be on his side. But that might be the reason why he hasn't come into our cap area. Oh, no, he didn't. He's actually very sneaky. He went back to defend his cap. Okay, General Crex is dialing in on him. It's going to be another 7 seconds or so. Hopefully the M2 light will stay there and we'll be able to get a shot. T26 is near their cap area. That's a Soviet tank based on the Vickers tank. The Soviets went and bought some Vickers tanks, brought them over to the Soviet Union, and then started mass manufacturing them. Actually, it was quite a good tank. It was a commercial operation by Vickers to manufacture this tank. He fires around it. It's a near miss. 109 from splash. Yes, you do get splash with the 15cm howitzer. Unfortunately, that M2 light actually just killed our T29. So now it's 3 against 4. We were up on the enemy, now we're down. And he fires another round in and misses the T26. Okay, a Cruiser 2 has actually appeared behind us. You know, one of the enemy actually came down. There he is. Came down the west side of the map. He's now sitting behind us, facing off against our M2 light. Well, General Cracks is going to have a word about that. Round out. And that is his 4th kill of the game. It's one of the reasons I like this little Arty, because it's so accurate and it's so overpowered. It's got a short range, but it does have a very, very capable howitzer. I participated in a live stream once with Nicky Tack. He streams on Twitch, so have a look him up sometime. And I was playing the Sturmpanzer and I quickly managed to get a Top Gun in the same battle, and it was just one kill after the other, and they thought it was hilarious. I was laughing my head off as I killed each tank. It's a very, very fun Arty to play. Well, I don't think that General Crex is going to move forward for the moment, because obviously he's the furthest north. But it's 3-all now. Both teams have exactly the same makeup. 2 light tanks and an Arty. Our Panzer II's going after the M2 light on the west side of the map. I suspect that M2 is still there. And it might be a good idea for General Crex to reposition himself so that he can possibly get a shot on the M2 light the moment he comes into sight of the Panzer II. Moving over to the Abbey Road. This looks a good spot. He could do it from here, but no, you're too close to the buildings now to help. You need to go through the buildings, through the village. Okay, well, the M2 light is not where he was the last time we saw him. I suspect the T-18 is probably in the same place. And from the looks of it, he's somewhere in that little wood there. He's firing a blind shot in. Knocks the tree down, but doesn't kill the T-18. I have a strong feeling the Panzer II is going to see the T-26. Oh, he's found the T-18. General Krex is dialing in on that position. Just takes a few seconds to do it. Another 6 seconds. You can't see the outline, but he's there. Rounds out. Yes, he got the kill. And that's a high caliber as well, so he must have over 1,000. Yes, he does. 1,176 hit points. He's the highest scorer so far. It also kind of indicates the T-26 and the M2 Lite are not at the enemy cap area. And that might mean that they're coming down the lake road towards our cap. Panzer II's looking for that T-26. Hasn't found him so far. Our M2 Lite's moving up the lake road. I know it's very close to watch, so I'll pull back and take control of the camera again so that we can see exactly what's happening. No, the Panzer II did not find the M2 Lite or the T-26. They must be on the lake road. Ah, he's found them. Okay, now can General Krex get a hit on this guy? A near miss should be able to damage him. The M2 Lights come back to the cap. General Krex dialing in. Rounds out. Can he get the kill? Yes, he gets a splash kill. And that's a Top Gun. And now he's dialing in on the M2 Light, waiting for the reload to come in. If he can get it dialed in whilst he's waiting. Oh, no, he stopped. You should have carried on. The Panzer II is actually very low on health, but our M2 Light has actually gone to the ridge line, and oh, we just lost our Panzer II, but the M2 Light is fairly close to our M2 Light. Now, can we get the shot that kills him? Got 6 kills already, but we've lost sight of the M2 Light. Two minutes 22 seconds left on the clock. There's the M2 Light. He's been seen. He's over there. And our M2 Light's seen him. So General Krex can now step into it. Ideally, he wants to come up behind that M2 and shotgun him in the rear. The M2 is losing hit points. And he's backing away from our guy. That's the 2 minute warning rather. And it looks like the M2 has bitten off more than he can chew here, because he's lost a lot of hit points. General Krex is moving to a position so he can actually arty the M2 from a short distance away. That should be about right. No, he's decided to go much further away. Oh, he ran into a tank, a wreck. Okay, he's going to try it from here. He might be a little too close, actually, those buildings. Oh, the M2 Light kills the enemy, and that wins the game. So, it's a victory. They were down at one point, but then they came back, thanks to General Krex. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats and see how well he did. It's an ace tanker for General Krex in the Sturmpanzer I Bison. He managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 17 in that one. A high caliber for doing more damage than the hit points of his own vehicle. More damage than anyone else in his team or in the battle. And a Top Gun for getting at least 6 kills. He did get 6 exactly. Could have got the 7th one if he'd been in position, but unfortunately it was down to the M2 Light to do it, and he did it. Let's have a look at team score. Well, there you go, top of the table, 1,303 hit points of damage. In fact, the M2 Lite that was killed right at the end, he actually did have quite a lot of hit points already. If he'd actually killed our M2 Lite and General Krex, he would have got the high caliber instead. But he got 1,199 while General Krex got 1,303. When it came to kills, General Krex got the highest number with 6. The M2 Lite managed to get 5, and then the Panzer II managed to get 3. And when it came to base XP, it was General Krex again. Yes, 584. He's got the top in all 3 columns. 574 to the T29 and 533 to the M2 Lite, who killed the enemy at the end. 10 shots fired, 4 direct hits, 3 penetration and 5 splash. Damage of 1,303 hit points, of which 812 were up more than 300 meters. He received 1 hit. It was a penetration, yes. I'm afraid that Locust got way too close, but he shotgunned him in the face and he died. 6 enemy vehicles damaged, 6 killed, and he earned 14,425 credits on a premium account. 142 and 2,800 for ammunition resupply and repair. Took away 18,696 experience points, credits altogether. Yes, it's the end of the evening, I'm afraid. I'm getting my things wrong. 584 XP times 4 for the first victory. 3,504 experience points altogether. So what a great game there for General Krex. I think he understands now. The Sturmpanzer I Bison is a very versatile little arty at this tier. It can do a huge amount of damage if you allow it to dial in on the target. The problem is that far too many inexperienced players will actually fire before the dialing in is complete, and as a result the shell will miss the target by a long distance and the splash isn't enough to take out the enemy. The one thing I would recommend to General Krex is look from a little further back when you're actually looking at the enemy. Don't look so close. Try and look from a bit further back, not too far back, but a little further back so you can actually see all the enemy tanks in that vicinity, because there might be an easier target that you could hit other than the ones you're actually trying to track. And so yes, you could also watch the Sturmpanzer I Bison videos we've got on our channel, because there's quite a few of them and some of them are very, very good indeed. So well done to General Krex, and if you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel please, and thank you for watching.